This ship is not like anything we've ever sailed on before. Let us show you around Aurora Expeditions' Greg Mortimer, one of two ships that make up the Aurora fleet, both sporting the revolutionary X-bow, an elongated inverted bow designed to slice through waves like a hot knife through butter. But in reality, does it? Want to know more? Well, before we show you around, here's a quick preview of our upcoming voyage vlog to Antarctica, where you'll learn much more about how she fares in rough seas compared to her more traditional rivals. Please subscribe.
Out here on the Drake, we stumble around the ship, we read our books in bed, we maybe turn a bit green. We come from the land of the ice and snow, from the midnight sun where the penguins flow. We saw some whales, a few leopard seals. I wanna remember it was a big deal. Out here on the Drake, we stumble around the ship, we read our books in bed, we maybe turn a bit green.
This is MV Greg Mortimer. At 104 metres long, 7,892 gross tonnes, and carrying a mere 126 total guests, she is small, nimble, and extremely robust. How robust? Well, she's both Ice Class 1A and Polar 6 compliant, and holds Bureau Veritas class certification for her safety and efficiency in construction and design. In short, she's pretty much optimally designed and built for the toughest marine environments. So now you know she's up to the job. What's she like inside? Well, let's go. We'll start on deck 3 and the mudroom at the back of the ship. This is where you'll keep all your wet and sometimes dirty outerwear, because you, and probably Aurora, don't want to be dragging soggy clothes all around the ship. You also don't want to keep it in your beautiful stateroom, soiling all your other clothes either. So this area is perfect for rugging up, which is a term often used by our Australian hosts. Directly above the mudroom are the Zodiacs, neatly stacked up outside at the rear of the ship and ready for anything. Deck 4 is predominantly accommodation, with the expedition's desk in the middle of two stateroom corridors. All the staterooms on Deck 4 have balconies, and you can see much more detail and have a poke around all the categories in our stateroom and suite guide, coming very soon. Up to Deck 5 and right at the aft of the ship is the restaurant, which is where you'll have all your meals. It's only a small ship, so there's simply not enough room for multiple restaurants. Every day there's a buffet breakfast and lunch and an a la carte evening meal. This was our table for the voyage, and you can tell Greg Mortimer is set up for some pretty tasty seas, because there's an option to literally chain every single chair and table down. Thankfully, it never got that rough when we were on board. Outside the rear of the restaurant is the open deck area, which gives you views over the Zodiac deck and the wake. Just outside the restaurant is the ship shop, full of Aurora apparel and some fascinating books and maps relating to the region you are exploring. We bought a few goodies while on board for a future giveaway, so please keep an eye out for that. Further forward is the main reception desk, and just past that you're through to the Elephant Island Bar, which is the central social area of the ship. Great for pre- and post-dinner cocktails, or to lounge in during the day and stare out of those big windows into the huge landscapes outside. There are double doors leading to the lecture theatre, which doubles as a lounge area when the ship is at capacity. Just inside the lecture theatre is a tea and coffee station where you can get some nice coffee, a specialty tea and a couple of cookies any time of the day or evening. The lecture theatre is used daily for briefings, talks, lectures, films and announcements, so you'll be in here a lot. It is an expedition ship after all. There's no ship's band to play the night away, but the talented expedition team are huge in number and will keep you entertained, enlightened and engaged for your whole voyage. Should you want music, there's a baby grand piano in the bar and you're free to tickle those ivories whenever you like. As long as you can actually play, of course. Please think of the other guests. At the very front of the theatre is a secret door behind the screen here, which leads you out onto the forward observation deck. Well, it's not so secret, and you can go through when you like to use the forward space to admire the view. These hydraulic platforms also may be lowered in decent weather to stand on too, and gives you a great extended view over the side of the bow. This observation deck is a great place to watch stuff. I got this amazing footage of the pilot getting in the ship in quite treacherous conditions. More of that in the vlog. At the rear of Deck 6 is a small but beautifully placed wake view deck. Up to Deck 7 and right at the bow is an open deck in front of the bridge that you can use to soak up those jaw-dropping views. It's accessible only from Deck 8 down these steps. Behind the bridge are 4 suites, which we will have a look at in our stateroom and suite guide. Behind those suites is the library, where you can borrow from a vast library of books relevant to the area you are exploring. It also has board games and 2 computers where you can share your photography with the rest of your guests and enter the ship's photography competition. Be warned, your fellow guests also take some amazing pictures. Victory is never assured. One surprise on the Greg Mortimer is the gym, which for the size of ship has a great range of equipment and plenty of space. Probably the best gym we've seen on a ship this size. Oh, and before I forget to mention it, there's water bottle filling stations dotted around the ship that dispense filtered water into your complimentary Aurora drinks bottle, one of the many eco-friendly features of this ship. Opposite the gym is the wellness centre, which includes massage rooms and a sauna with a view. Out the back of Deck 7 is the sun deck. All the deck furniture was strapped tightly down when we were on board, so obviously this deck is utilised more effectively in warmer itineraries. Which makes me wonder how much lounge and patio furniture is laying at the bottom of the Drake Passage after many a Drake shake. I'll bet there's enough down there to fill a resort. I guess we'll never know. From here you can get to the topmost deck and the top deck, where you can laze in the 2 hot tubs. There's nothing more satisfying than being in a hot tub when it's snowing, eh? And also, here is the outdoor eatery where you're treated to an actual barbecue. In Antarctica. You'll see how that went in our vlog, so please subscribe if you want to see the coldest and most remote barbecue on Earth. Oh, it's chilly out here. Let's go back inside on Deck 8. And at the front of the ship is the observation lounge, and its circular design lends itself to these fabulous panoramic vistas of those beautiful, eerie, mesmerising places the Greg Mortimer visits. No obs bar would be complete without an outside deck to breathe in that crisp, untainted air and gawp with wide-eyed fascination at the alien landscapes surrounding you. And it's here at the top of the ship, at the bottom of the world, we wrap up this tour. We hope you've enjoyed a look around this innovative and groundbreaking, and ice-breaking ship. Please subscribe for more details of what she's actually like to sail in the most remotest and coldest place on Earth. Here's a few links you might like to watch next. Thank you.